Hello, welcome back to another episode of Gaming with Calv, Beacon Pines Edition. Last time, shenanigans ensued, and we fell down into the hole somehow. Luca, are you there?
Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
It's that bozo Kerr. I hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those
Luca
woods.
looked at Iggy with
No need to be
with a
rude.
resigned sigh. Luca
Seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Hey, now in Tarnations did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy howdy, your Van Horn's full of... You my parents? I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie.
We gotta keep moving. What's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. It's down a bit from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Kerr? Meh, still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. What's all this? Hard to say with all this snow. I think it's a town sign. Can also make out the letters under there. What town could this even be? Could be another town that's deep in the deep. Look at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1, snow's gotta go. Let's see what I can do. Welcome to Beacon Pines.
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Well."
This doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines. How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around? Where did all this snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately. That's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and an Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought at before. It was cold too. Maybe all this leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell is going on? We're gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. Stuff looks familiar to you? It looks like the barrel near the puddle I shoved me into, yeah.
The fencing glistened, each chain link encapsulated with a translucent.
It's stuff they put up around Weepwood. The stuff who put up? I don't know. It's all frozen.
Down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of
Whatever happened here, it happened fast. Fish didn't even have time to run. Oh, you know, swim run. Swim run. I mean, you could probably just shatter that.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush.
Oh, I guess it's not that cold that it would shatter, because that's only, what, 258 Kelvin is, like, negative 20 Celsius, I think? Crunching footsteps.
He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all of this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hank Atomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even going to save ourselves. My face is mangled. The town is destroyed. And everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Iggy, it's going to be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion, and...
It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to...
Let's just rest for a bit.
Huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence.
The way the snow covered everything over. It's kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. Sort of froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. It's all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what the gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose my
Iggy
temper.
motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Geez, you goody good types take forever to understand the very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into
Iggy
fights?
shrugged.
Something to do? You're an asshole because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Roller are always having a blast together, laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse mission
Iggy
control.
wept, open.
Perfect little Luca Van Horn, with his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet, and even she already likes you. You have Tish.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I get that
Iggy
impression.
cleared his throat as he wiped his eye.
It must be raining out here. Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of
Luca's
this.
eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Luca. Yeah? I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What do you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what? Huh?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing. Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to the worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad.
The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. This is how you remember them, huh? Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams. Still clad in a yellow hazmat suit. Still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww. Look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember, the doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon. Luca turned to look at his father. That's not true. He didn't abandon. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope. Luca heard muffled shouting. Brought close. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right. And what's wrong? I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca, Mom? Dad? But Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart. It sounded like you were... Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and... A figure approached soundlessly from the fog. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on... from a deep slumber. It,
Get your hands off
whether
me.
it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Just what do you think you're doing?
Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We're asleep minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody? Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me.
When
You
it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble
big-hatted, scarfy-necked, furball. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's all calm down. Who are you? A friend. An observer. A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility. Great, how about a name? Let's call me something you can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a gnat and buzz off? Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Wait, do you live here? You might say that. So you know where we are? You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Alright, that does it. Look, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience thin,
Very well, I suppose this isn't time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luca and Iggy turned around with hope.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his feet.
Okay, open
For
them.
a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great match until they opened their eyes and found themselves cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weepwood, or he teleported to some alternate universe, or this is all some cruel experiment by Kern and his goons, but this is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original true Beacon Pines. You both grew up here, but the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair, but a replica nonetheless. That's impossible. It's too much work. You need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so, unless the adult auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It is a real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. Luca and Iggy looked around uncomfortably. So you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best can do is to uncover
Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and
the source. Would you say the source like that? Why indeed?
Luca began to laugh uncomfortably.
It's all ridiculous. There's no way they
He
could.
looked down at his feet, his eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home.
He sprinted off into the pale. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out.
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simply head west through Weepwood.
Chapter 6. The Source. Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more.
And nothing more.
As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing it. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest, but right now, there was one thing that Luca stopped dead in his... The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug his numb hands hit something up. A dry whisper escaped.
You're here. All this time I thought I was visiting you, but you've been here alone in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. They ruined your favorite spot in the world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I
There
do?
was no reply, just snow-covered silence.
Why'd you give me the slip like that? What if I couldn't find you, you
Iggy
jerk?
finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh. Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy. Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of a
We gotta hide. 259K. Fall off distance, still good. Dude, did you hear? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole town of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. The people who love them will never know the truth. The truth is
He bent down
overrated.
to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Hey, don't be such a donor, dude. We took this job to change the world. Yeah, come on. It's almost lunchtime. Damn. Weirdo. Here, I thought I was a jerk. These dinguses are out here literally dancing on
Luca
graves.
stuttered through heaving sobs.
I thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me. Not gonna lie, that's a bad break. Here's some
Iggy
advice.
gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Hey, who's any of this helping? What? Sitting here in the snow crying like some pushover. Who you helping? Iggy, look what they did. They lied to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Luke Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When some jerk comes at you acting like a horse's ass, I should stand up for myself. Hell yeah. Karen and his merry little band of clipboards pulled off this switcher for a reason, right? Nat mentioned something about a
Luca wiped
source.
his eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever's at the source must be awfully valuable to perennial harvest. Sure be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to their precious source, wouldn't it? What do you have in mind? If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, smash it. What if it's too big to smash?
He flashed a mischievous smile and cracked.
It's always up for a challenge. I'm gonna make this right, Dad, I promise. Let's do this.
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in two faint seams were visible.
Manhole cover. Oh, heavens no. Do I seem like a killer to you?
Iggy and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? Oh, shucks. Now that hurts my feelings. Screw that guy. Wait a minute. If this is the original town, then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted.
What's that? Long story. So a few years back, I came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids, the good stuff. So did you bury it under a tree? That's the long part of the story. You and Rollo were doing chores at Rollo's chicken coop, and you guys pissed me off for some reason or another.
Luca rolled his eye.
No, you
Iggy
didn't.
stifled a chuckle.
Yep. I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. But like I said, these were some primo fireworks, so I might have underestimated things. You blew up the chicken coop? I prefer to think of it as an incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the looks on your faces. Rollo got grounded for months, which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried him under the tree. But when I came back for them later, they were gone. I figured some grown-up found them and tossed them.
Triumphantly raised the shoe.
Turns out it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us. Unbelievable. And on that note, that's where I'm going to end today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. Hold on, apparently not. Newsflash, boyo. Boyo, you're not a hero. Your little brat, it was in way over his head. Here is just someone who refuses to give up. Comics these days are rotten children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. I'm always partial to Hank Atomic myself. Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blast off, loser. Alright, now I'm going to call it a day. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. Like and comment. Make sure you hit that bell to get notifications about future videos and when they come out. And as always, I will catch you all next time. Kava out. Bye.